evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm joined this evening by the one and only Callum. How are you doing this evening?
I'm in my happy place, bro. I'm good.
We are back.
Nervous about the fight card, as you know, but outside of that, I'm good.
Back in the happy place. But everyone that's tuned in, make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button as well. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. We're getting there slowly, but we are slowly getting there. Make sure to subscribe to the Sanderson Show. Link is in the title, and also the GoFundMe link for the walk I'm doing next week for the domestic abuse support center is in the description. Really, I'm going to be really pushing that, especially over the next week, because the walk is literally next week. So any donation will be very much appreciated. Money going towards a good cause. But Callum, some big news. It's the big news. Before we discuss it, I just have to get the boss to discuss what he announced.
October 5th, we will be returning to Utah at the Delta Center for UFC 307. The main event, Alex Pereira will look to defend his light heavyweight belt against Khalil Rountree. Pereira is on a tear and looking to make his third title defense this year. Each of his last 3 fights have ended in knockouts, beating previous champs Jamal Hill and Yuri Prohaska twice. He will face Khalil Rountree, who is on a 5-fight win streak, with 4 of those ending in knockouts. The co-main event will be bantamweight Raquel Pennington versus the #1 ranked Juliana Pena. Pennington is a true OG of the division. She has the most significant strikes in bantamweight history, second most control time, second most wins, and has the longest active winning streak with 6. Pena had the biggest upset of the year in 2021, beating Amanda Nunes to take the bantamweight title. 8 of her 11 wins have come by finish. Also on the card, Kayla Harrison versus Ketlin Vieira, undefeated 18-0 Mozar Ivalov versus the former bantamweight champ Aljamain Sterling, the legend Jose Aldo versus Mario Batista, Roman Dolidze versus Kevin Holland, and a very fun matchup between Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Joaquin Buckley. October 5th from the Delta Center. Tickets go on sale Friday on SeatGeek, Utah. I will see you soon.
Utah, I will see you soon.
From Utah, see you soon, Callum. What do you make of that? A big announcement, obviously, going back to Utah. What do you think of the card as a whole? I'll just get the whole card up quickly. Just get all up quickly.
Do you know what? Jamie's gonna hate me, yeah, because every time he goes on a rant saying the UFC is not exciting and not promoting very well and all that, I agree with him. I genuinely agree with him. I'm really gassed with this card at 307. I'm not even gonna lie.
That's the whole card. Well, that's the whole main card. So I have to say, if anyone actually watched my prediction video at the beginning of the year, I did predict it. If things aligned perfectly, we would get Alex Pereira versus Khalil Rountree, a fight that I desperately wanted to see.
The fight,
the most violent fight of all time, and obviously easy prediction, Pennington Pena. And the fact is that a certain someone sat out for 743 days. You know, your last fought and got dominated, wins the belt. Hey, it is what it is. But other good matchups as well. Buckley versus Wonderboy, Dolidze Holland. Holland back at 185 pounds.
Aldo's fighting again. I'm surprised.
Aldo's fighting against Batista. Evloev Sterling. That's definitely going to be an interesting fight. And obviously,
Vieira Harrison's basically the #1 contender spot for
contenders fight.
You know, Pennington and Pena.
Just a quick one. Like, out of what are you giving it out of 10? Like, when you look at it, out of 10.
If I'm gonna be objective, the main event sways it because I've wanted to see this fight for about a year now. I'm gonna go 6.5.
I'll go 7. Just no, actually, I'm gonna go lower, and there's a reason why. I will touch on it. I'm gonna have to go about 5.5 to a 6. and there is a perfectly reason why, and that is because Alex Pereira should not be defending it against Khalil Rountree.
All right, talk to me.
Because obviously, I'll just get rid of the screen because I'll pop up because Jamal Hill tweeted, right, and we've been cooking Jamal Hill every opportunity. Jamal Hill's
I
getting cooked.
haven't. I haven't.
Well,
The community has. The community has.
As the community, I've been cooking. Everyone loves a bit of a cooking, right?
Yeah.
And he came out with a real good tweet, right? Just gonna share the stream again. Big up CJ, big up CJ. Make sure you like the video, CJ. Can't believe what I just saw announced. So a guy pulls out of a contender fight because of a failed drug test for a banned substance and gets rewarded with a title shot. This is terrible for the sport and makes the rankings completely pointless. I have to say, I have to agree because yes, Khalil Rountree is on a great win streak, finishing guys left, right, and center. But what optics does this gives you? Well, you may of pops, but we'll just give you a title shot straight off the bat, no biggie.
All right. Can I bring defense to Khalil?
Yeah.
So Khalil was done for banned substances because he had tainted substances. It wasn't that he was knowingly ingesting anything that he shouldn't have been. Hence why the ban wasn't long.
Yeah.
It was almost a we have to ban you even though we know you haven't done anything wrong. So I think the drug thing I think is almost null and void, because if it was a real cheating situation, it would have been a situation where he would have got a major ban, and he hasn't been given a major ban.
Yeah.
In terms of the rankings, I'll read out the rankings to you, bro. Yuri Prohaska, beaten twice by Pereira, can't get a title shot. Ankalaev's booked with a fight. Jamal Hill.
That one doesn't make sense. I have to say.
It doesn't now. It doesn't make sense now. But he's booked in a fight. Jamal Hill lost to him. Blachowicz, we haven't seen since he fought Pereira, so he can't get a title shot. Rakic lost his last fight and is also booked in a fight. Krylov, you could argue there. Uzdemir's just won a fight, but barring that, has he done anything? Khalil Rountree is the next person. So if it's not Krylov, it has to be Rountree. Has to be. If he's defending the belt, it's by default. In the same way, Usyk got the title shot by default almost because the division was clogged up or there wasn't anything going on.
And obviously, Ankalaev tweeted out, received a lot of messages today regarding the light heavyweight title fight. My job is to smash people's face in who they put in front of me. I will destroy Rakic in Abu Dhabi, and I will not be denied. I don't need anybody to feel bad for me, which is the correct mentality to have.
It's just very weird that because when's the Abu Dhabi card? Is that November?
Is it that? Yes. This is October 5th.
I don't get it. That should have been the fight. Him and Ankalaev.
Because my assumption, right, was Pereira's going up to heavyweight now. That's why Ankalaev is fighting Rakic.
But he's not. He's fighting a month earlier than Ankalaev's fighting. It's weird. Yeah. It makes if you're saying to me Ankalaev deserves it, I'm fully in that camp. Like Ankalaev does deserve the title shot.
Yeah. Also,
but for whatever reason, but he seems comfortable with it as well. So does that mean maybe he only wanted to fight in Abu Dhabi potentially?
Yeah. And then obviously Jan Blachowicz, with all due respect to Khalil, there are at least 2 higher ranked contenders who are ready to fight Boitan. Doesn't need special protection. If he's talking about himself,
he can't.
Jan, you've not fought since you lost to him.
Yeah, I was gonna say. And here's the thing: I actually thought Jan won the fight. I did think he beat.
I thought it was a really close fight.
Yeah, but he hasn't fought since, so you can't expect to get a title shot.
Fights can't just sit on like their previous result and try to get on the spin bike and
like Strickland did what was right. He had a close loss against Dracus, which many thought could have gone the other way. And he thought, okay, I'm going to fight once. And then when I win, then I can sit on it.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I need to get off that. Yeah.
But like, I don't think the Ankalaev having a fight booked was a weird, because remember when we found out he was fighting Rakic, we're like, Pereira must be going up to heavyweight then. He's got to be, because why else would Ankalaev not have the fight with him, and why would he take another fight against contenders? It's just weird. It's very weird.
And I have to say, you know what, Alex Pereira yet again saving guards.
It's
saving
crazy.
cards for about the 4th time this year.
So what has he fought on? He's fought on 300,
302.
303. Was it 303?
Yeah, 303.
And then he'll be fighting on 307.
Yeah.
And when did he fight before? Let me look at his schedule, because it's ridiculous. It's insane at this point, and I worry he's going to burn out.
Yeah. But the thing is, like when we were looking through that calendar, we were thinking, yeah, that October card looks a bit meaty because there's no obvious main event. People assumed what I assumed, that's where you'd wiggle McGregor Chandler in on that pay-per-view.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan that he's in Utah. I'm not a big fan it's in Salt Lake again.
Yeah.
Because of the high altitude. So that's why I think the card on paper looks great. You're going to see some great matchups and some great fights, but I think it's not going to be as great because of the high altitude. And unless fighters are already training at high altitude, I think you'll see some exciting fights be a little bit what's the word? Not live up to not live up to expectations.
So bro, so he did actually have a long wait between his fight against Blachowicz and fighting for the title. So he fought July and then, oh no, sorry, no, he actually didn't. So he fought July 2020. In fact, he fought April 2023. Hold on a sec. This guy's schedule's insane.
He's fought every 103 days. Only Kevin Holland's got a better keeping active. I've got
so when
the
he
moment
fights
they're doing
in
the weigh-ins at
November,
the moment
when he fights in October, he would have fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold on. So he'd have fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times in 3 years. That's a heavy schedule for a guy fighting title fights.
Yeah, that's sorry. That's GOAT level stuff.
It really, him and Izzy, I'll be honest, they've brought over a kickboxing mentality to MMA and said, yeah, let's have it. You may not like the two of them, but you have to respect the grind, man. They're fighting high level opposition and fighting frequent.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, Pereira could finish the year now and he'd probably be male fighter of the year. And he's gone, nah, it's not enough. It's not enough for him.
It's absolutely crazy. It's absolutely
I'm
crazy.
going to say something crazy. If he gets through Khalil Rountree in good time with minimal damage, don't be surprised if he turns around before the end of 2024 with another fight.
And I reckon he'll headline the last card of the year.
The December card hasn't got a headliner yet, has it?
Yeah, and by the looks of it, they're not. I think they're going to be changing plans.
They're not going with McGregor and Chandler, are they?
Well,
then they're not.
To be continued. To be continued. But let's touch on like some of the other fights on that card as well. Like apart from the main event, there must be some other fights that you're like, yeah, I'm really looking forward to. I just now. Bear with me. This is live YouTube, everyone. Bear with me. Oh, apologies. Yeah, so that's the card. Apart from obviously the main event, any other fight on there that really sticks out for you? Carl, you're frozen. Looks like Callum's frozen. Looks like Callum's frozen. Don't worry, he'll be back. He'll be back. But yeah, if we're looking at the card, I'm very interested to see the Evloev Sterling fight. Because Evloev is undefeated, and he's not renowned as a finisher, especially inside the UFC. I think all of his UFC wins have come via decision, and we know Aljamain Sterling does sometimes get unfairly labelled as a boring fighter. So it'll be very interesting to see how their styles really mesh. Like it wouldn't surprise me if it's a stand-up fight, because both of them being elite grapplers. I think it'll be very, very interesting to see how that plays out. And hey, it's a massive opportunity for Aljamain Sterling, because it beats an Evloev who's either in the top 5 or just outside the top 5. He's literally another fight away from the title, really. There we go. Yeah, just touching on I've mentioned about the Evloev Sterling fight, because it's really interesting, because Evloev's definitely got this, I wouldn't say boring style. He's not renowned as being a finisher inside the UFC. I think all of his UFC wins have come via decision.
They have, yeah.
And we know Aljamain Sterling sometimes gets unfair criticism of his style not being aesthetically pleasing to see. But I said, I've got a feeling that it could be a stand-up fight, because the grappling is so good between the two.
I'll be honest, if it's a stand-up fight, that suits Evloev more, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Evloev showed that he can stand, and he's got good technique on the feet against Arnold Allen.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's gonna be a difficult fight. I think I just edge it to Evloev. Sorry, Evloev.
I hope Sterling does it for obvious reasons. I hope Sterling does it.
Yeah. But any other fight on there that really perks your interest?
The Caitlin Vieira and Harrison fight. I think if Harrison is able to put on another display like she did against Holly Holm, she becomes the biggest name in that division. I think she goes on to beat the champion, and then I think we get the mega fight of her and Amanda Nunes, which will potentially be the biggest selling fight in women's MMA history.
I'll chuck in a curveball. Because I do think that would be a fight to get Amanda out of retirement. But what happens if Valentina Shevchenko either loses or wins, and decides, my run at 125 has been great, and plus Amanda's not at 35 no more.
True.
Maybe I want a piece of Kayla Harrison. Now that
I don't think she goes for that fight, because I think she's so undersized against Harrison, and Harrison's heavy grappling style. I think it would really weigh in and make it not an easy fight, but I think it'll be a fight that's heavily skewed towards Harrison, especially this stage in Valentina's career as well. She's not as quick as she used to be. Still quick as anything, but not as quick as she used to be.
Yeah, you definitely saw that in the Grasso fight at times as well.
Although Grasso is just a sick fighter as well, though.
Yeah, Grasso's elite. Sorry, Jamie, but Grasso's elite.
He is
elite. But yeah, everyone, make sure to smash the like button, hit the subscribe button. So make sure to subscribe to the Sanderson Show. A little bit of a bonus: this UFC 307 card just being leaked on by Dane. Not being leaked, really, just just dropped out of nowhere. But let's touch on the presser. The press conference yesterday between Dricus du Plessis and Israel Adesanya. we were discussing in the preview. I think Drickus is going to cook him. He's going to cook him good and proper. And I don't know whether or not you watched. I watched MMA Guru's video about if Izzy says these certain things, this is what he needs to. This is what he needs to. This is what he needs to say. I swear to you, near enough everything from that video, Drickus did.
So it's no secret that Drickus and MMA Guru look like they're friends in it. They've done a little bit of training together. They've done the content together, so that they get on really well. I've always said, Izzy, I don't think he's ever been great on the mic. He can be very cringy sometimes. I've never thought Izzy's been that great on the mic, but
no,
I think Strickland was able to outwork him on the mic, and I think Dracus is doing so far. Now, again, some of the things Dracus is saying, I'm not a fan of for like different reasons. But I'll be real with you, as an Izzy fan, seeing Izzy crying on the stage because of something that Dracus said makes me feel that Izzy's going into this fight so emotional that it's going to end bad for him. Izzy's not an emotional fighter. That's one of his specialities. Him being so emotional, I think will end up working against him, unfortunately. I think he feels as though he's got to carry the weight of Africa outside of South Africa on his back for this fight. And I think we saw a few cracks start to appear in that press conference.
I think that pressure. I'll just see if I can pull some
and the fact of his last performance as well being so bad. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't get a good feeling from it.
Yeah, I don't get a good feeling as well. Like, I'll share some of the stuff. I'm gonna be very careful what I show, because if you didn't watch the press conference, we're not gonna cover what triggered Izzy, because I don't think I would be able to articulate it well enough, and it would come across a certain way, even though that I'd never mean it in that way. So better be safe than sorry. But I'll just show some of the stuff, some of the funny stuff. Drickus saying, "Come on, guys!" at the press conference, it's not that serious. I need to see your face, actually. And hey, trust me, he is not the only one. Where is?
Did MMA Guru say anything?
I've not seen it yet. And then the dog stuff. I'm not going to mention the dog stuff. Not going to mention that. He's retweeting bros on the 2 for 2, make the opponent cry streak. Obviously they did the weigh-ins as well. Both made weight, so we have a championship fight, which is great. And then we had this.
Izzy actually says to him, "I hate you," I believe.
Well, did he actually say that?
I think he said it. I think he said, "I hate you."
Also, just and then this is no, I'm not going to say that because the comments a little bit too long. I'll get some more stuff out as well.
But face-off is intense.
But it's just playing into Drickus's hands. It's playing into Drickus's hands, this,
Yeah.
I have to say, he has got him completely on strings.
He is.
He's completely got him on strings. Look, even Marvin Vettori. Even got a piece of the action.
I mean, Vettori can't really say anything in this because he's not really winning fights at the moment.
Franklin Cat, big up Franklin. Let's go, King of Africa, Duplessis. I've got my own reasons why I want Duplessis to win. Because the dog.
The dog thing. I get it.
Yeah, it's a touchy subject. Very touchy.
Yeah.
Obviously, I just see there's more stuff as well. Your main event official.
I know we did the preview show yesterday. As I said, after seeing what I saw, it makes me worried for him. It makes me worried for Izzy. I feel as though he's way too emotional, and Drekus is just saying and doing things to just play with him emotionally
This
at
is
this point.
Drickus talking with DC literally after the weigh-in.
So yesterday, the confrontation with Izzy goes in the way that it does. How are you doing that to these guys? How are you frustrating them so much?
I said it too. I won't be bullied. I won't be bullied ever. And when you have guys that act tough, that wants to bully, once they get that medicine, and that's how you stop a bully as well. And I always tell this to the kids, students at my gym. So I'm not a disrespectful person. I know that for a fact, and I won't be told otherwise. I'm always respectful. If you're respectful towards me, if you're going to try and make threats on my life, make threats on any kind of threats towards me, I won't allow that. And that's stating facts. When you're talking to a guy that's trying to bully you up there, and you bully them back, and you show them what it's like, and they never like that. And I think that was the case in both of these fights.
Fun.
And also, sorry to interrupt you, I think I might be the problem. Obviously, because it's 2 for 2. I'm also willing to go that route and say I take full responsibility.
Yeah, Drickus, I think you might play a part in it, brother.
Yeah, so he's on a 2 for 2.
He is.
Like opponent's cry streak. Didn't he get any more interaction of between the other fighters, because it was so. I think the press conference was so fixated on them both.
Yeah, it was. Drekus is playing it very well from his standpoint. If I'm Izzy's team right now, I'm trying to get him to separate emotion from this fight, or else he's going to lose.
Yeah,
he will
100%.
tense up in there and he will lose, and lose spectacularly, in my opinion. And he won't be able to live with himself for that.
Like, after seeing all of that, seeing the press conference, has your mind changed on who wins?
Yeah. Well, no, not on who wins. It's almost made it more concrete in my mind. I want Izzy to win. I've made no secret about that, but I predicted Drakus to win when we did the show yesterday. After seeing the press conference, I'm almost certain he's going to win now.
Yeah, same here. Like, no doubt in my mind. I thought I had Drakus winning. Anyway, because for me, he seems hungrier. I just don't know if Izzy still got that same burning desire to get that belt back than Drakus has. Like, to keep it. Sorry, I have to see this right, yeah, because obviously with the UFC, they do like their little shows and stuff like that. Yo, Dominic Cruz is having stinkers, man. Look at this.
Oh, what's he been doing?
He picks DDP Strickland as the biggest upset in the last 5 years. Are you taking the piss?
DDP and Strickland?
Are you taking the big
As in
this? As in the title fight?
Oh, that's crazy.
That's crazy. You've been hitting the head too much.
I mean, you've got Pena and Nunes, which happened in less than 3 years ago, or just over 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Come on.
Which for me is the biggest upset in the last 5 years.
It might be the biggest upset in MMA history.
Nah, I would have had Kamaru Usman. I would have had Usman Edwards too as second.
No, the reason why I wouldn't have it is because Edwards was ranked number 2 or number 3. Pena wasn't, and Usman, Nunes was literally considered the greatest female fighter of all time.
Big fact, but
of all divisions, Usman was considered the second best welterweight.
I have to say, Dominic Cruz, you criticise DC not doing your homework, buddy. You need to go back to school.
Yeah, I don't know
what you've not done your homework. If
that's a wild one.
I don't know what they're smoking over in your part of America, but whatever it is, it ain't good stuff.
Yeah, that's a crazy one.
That's DDP Strickland worse.
It wasn't even an upset. I actually thought DDP was going to win the fight easier than what he did end up winning the fight.
Yeah, I thought DDP was going to win anyway.
Yeah, so I mean, crazy. I don't know.
Future of 45, thoughts on the UFC 307 card? Yeah. If you just joined us now, we did touch on it at the beginning. I'll just touch on it quickly. Great main event. It's the main event that I predicted that would happen this year. How it's come about rubs me up the wrong way because I've got to keep the same energy as I do with certain other fights when it comes to popping and stuff like that, no matter what the circumstances. Yes, he has served the ban, but he should have fought Jamal Hill before getting the title shot. If he would have won a fight and then got his title shot, okay, it still wouldn't have sit very well with me, but I would have been able to stomach that a lot better.
Yeah. I hear that. That's fair, to be fair.
And then Franklin cut the aggression from Izzy could be a weakness. He's going to run into the takedown. Yeah, massively.
That's exactly what I think as well.
And keep saying, all right, Luke, bro. All right, mate. Yeah, but hey, I'm buzzing. That press conference is what we needed, I think.
Not if you're an Izzy fan, it's not.
Within reason.
Yeah. If you're an Izzy fan, then you're like me right now. You're thinking
I'm an Izzy fan as well, but like when I watch fighters, I need. How did you manage to get? Should I be saying that out?
I don't even know who that is. I genuinely don't even know who that is.
I don't know. Unless it's a troll, no, I'm not getting caught out of that. Not getting caught out of that at all. I know you're putting the laughing faces. Keep it real, yeah. I see it in the chat. But
how's it spelled? ADIBISI.
I'm very interested now. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, I don't look anything like this guy. Cool. But yeah, I don't know, man.
Do you know what? F it, we'll touch on it because I've just seen the clip now. I'm not going to change the title, but hey, Dana's at it again, guys. Dana's at it again.
Something?
Dana's at it again. No, he's at it again with a certain Johnny Bones Jones.
Oh, he's not glazing again.
He's glazing
not
big.
Again,
man. Right, where is it? Who's the Twitter Jedi? It's literally on my Twitter. Yeah, there we go. There we go.
Here and I wanted to up my card game. I have some cards. I got some Brady, some Jordan guys. Like, what's crazy is I don't have a lot of UFC shit. So,
of course you don't.
Matt is an expert on all this stuff, and he helped me pick out what are not only the most expensive cards, but what have the potential for the most value. All you little fucking crybabies out there, John Jones. Okay, John Jones, pound for pound, #1 fighter in the world. Go ahead, take over. We're here today at the Fanatics Fan Fest.
Can't stop
he
getting
can't
off his
help himself.
Cannot help Dana. He's not the pound for pound best fighter in the world. He's the best fighter in his family.
He can't help himself.
I just saw it briefly whilst you were looking at who that guy was, and I just saw it. I thought, oh no.
Oh, it's the way it looked like one of them type of films, yeah.
Yeah, like, oh dear.
I don't think it is though.
Oh, crazy. But yeah, just trying to see if there's anything else. Nope. No, I think that's everything. I don't think, unless there's anything you want to touch on, anything the chat wants to touch on before we take the people out.
No, not that I can think of, to be honest. I'm just looking forward to the card. I'm looking forward to the event.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I just wish they'd have promoted it better and they'd have scheduled things out a bit better. Even the weighing show, like, I didn't even know the weighing show was on today and
Yeah.
what time it was on or anything like.
Yeah, I think people would care more when, like, you know that their takes are like, oh, you can definitely tell you've got CTE with some of the
Yeah.
takes some people are dropping. It's absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. No, yeah, but I'm looking forward to the card. I'm looking forward to seeing if Izzy's still, still got the heart of a champion. Does he still want to become champ, or is he ready to wind his career down?
I reckon he still wants to be champ. It's just whether he has the facilities to be able to do it.
Whether or not he's been too active, has his activity, and now he's gone from being active and being inactive. Is that going to really affect him? Absolutely, keep it real. Smash up the likes as well. Smash up the likes as well. Yeah, that's around it. I don't think anything else has really happened.
No.
I was supposed to touch on Kamaru Usman, Bilal Muhammad. I'll probably touch on that next week because that feud's going to escalate.
I feel as though Kamaru might get the title shot.
Yeah, which I think when we touched on it briefly after Bilal got the belt, I think one of us predicted Usman would get the title shot. And the way things are bubbling up on social media, you can definitely see why Usman would get the title shot, especially the way the division shaping up at the moment. And yeah, and also you know what, we may see Leon Edwards, Ian Gary next. Because
I think it should be Edwards and MVP. Yeah, I suppose MVP. The stock for the MVP fight probably isn't very high now, given that MVP just lost. But I think that Leon Edwards versus Ian Gary makes sense. Although personally, I'm still shocked that Leon's team aren't campaigning for a rematch. It's very weird.
Yeah, it's quite weird, to be honest.
Makes me wonder, is there an injury there? Is there something going on behind the scenes? Is there like disharmony there? Because really and truly, Leon should be saying, look, I tried to save 300. I've tried to save numerous cards for you guys. I had a bad night, but I still managed to win one round, definitely, maybe 2 rounds where I split him open at the end. Just, you got to double down and try and get another. You got to try and do something.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. But I think with regards to Edwards, love to see Ian Gary. I think we need to see him have a fight with someone that he generally wants to be like, yeah, I want to smash your face in.
Yeah.
I feel like that Ian Gary fight could potentially be the one, but my worry is that he'll get slaughtered on the mic.
Who, Leon?
Yeah.
Yeah, he will. But I don't think it affects Leon. Apart from Colby said, I don't think Gary would do what Colby did. So I don't think Leon would pay too much mind to it.
No. But anything you want to promote, Callum, before we take the people home?
No, just the watch long tomorrow night with you and Jay, just on the Sanderson Show. Just please tune into that, guys. I'm a bit biased, but I think it's one of the better watch alongs out there. Good insight, good fun. So please join us for that. Good vibes, man. Always with you and Jay. It's always good vibes, man. So yeah.
And also, for all the Liverpool fans, our Premier League campaign starts.
My unhappy place.
The road to number 20 starts against Ipswich away. And here's a little stat for you. Who Ipswich's last game in the Premier League was against
Liverpool
at Portman Road. And what was the score?
Was it 5-0?
5-0 to Liverpool.
5.
So
we beat them on the last day of the season, I think back in maybe 2001 or 2000.
Yeah, about 2000, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's hope for a similar result tomorrow. Take our rightful place at the top of the league and then never drop. That's the plan. That's the aim. But yeah, everyone that's tuned in, massive thanks. Smash the like button, hit the subscribe button as well, and then of course a massive thanks to Callum for joining me this evening. Spending his Friday evening, chopping everything up UFC.
Pleasure.
Yeah. So just before we go, please make sure you check out the GoFundMe page for the walk me and my friends doing next week. Next week. It holds a very close place to him. So please, any type of donation, no matter how big, how small, would be very, very, very much appreciated. So yeah. But anyway,
Big up, well, just want to say big up to you and your friend for doing that and raising some awareness on that as well.
yeah, which I think, especially in this day and age that we're in, I do feel like that we do need to raise
It's needed.
awareness for this.
100%.
But anyway,
100%.
thanks everyone that's tuning in, and we will see you all tomorrow, Sunday morning, 3 a.m. on the Sanderson Show for UFC 2 for 205 for UFC 305.
305.
Where we'll
That'd be rolling it back, wouldn't it? Like,
rolling it back, and then yeah, see us on the UFC 305 watch along, where we'll see Dricus du Plessis retain his UFC middleweight title against Adesanya. So until then, we'll see you all soon. See ya.